Hey, it's Matt today, along with Prinny. What are you doing here, dude? Oh, that's right, we have an undead. Dark Emperor Godwyn, a godly win, or someone just to stay away from. Stay tuned, you know. Dude, what am I doing here? Today we're going to talk about Emperor Godwyn and why this undead is unfortunately on the low end of the totem pole and for units, at least in Dragon Quest Tact. Might not be as low end as Prinny's are in Disgaea.
Hello, dude.
Still pretty low overall unit, unfortunately. The first unit is Evil Trap, or sorry, first skill is Evil Trap, which does martial damage on enemies and creates a barrier square for 2 turns. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to think about Dual Magnus and his ability to put a barrier square down. All in all, though, that's about where the edge of Dual Magnus is actually going to be compared to. And from here on out, Dual Magnus is much better overall. But yes, basically, his probably one of his more useful-ish skills is the debuff here for evil spaces. And that's what Evil Trap is the evil space. Second one is Blood Moon. It's a great skill, but it just costs too much. Basically, it is a Terry skill where it does physical damage to all enemies, covers 20% damage dealt to HP, and occasionally lowers attack power. The two major issues here is it's requires a lot of MP consumption, and it's a physical attack, and this unit does not have a lot of physical damage overall. And the last one is Devil Death Spear, which is a SAM physical damage on all enemies. Works very well with this leadership effect. Lowers enemy SAM resistance minus 25%. Him and Barbados work incredibly well together, but that's where the real positives kind of end. It does move up to 5 squares, and it occasionally reduces skills for 3 turns. But Emperor Godwyn does. You really don't want him to be up front, except for his unique skill, which is actually a really interesting skill. So his unique ability is when he dies in a diamond effect 3x3. So go up 3, side 3, and then draw the line. He will curse when he dies. So what Emperor Godwyn is a very, very annoying arena and guild war defensive unit. That is all we're really going to be using Emperor Godwyn for is defense. For attack on PvP is just not worth it. It's most unique and devastating skills when it dies, which you don't want it to use. And its PvE role is relatively limited due to really it's only good for a couple of turns overall. You could kind of play around with the evil trap, especially if you get the first skill. When you attack counter, you can attack with evil trap. The weird part about it is this is probably his best skill. I think for cost and usefulness, especially if you can trap that unit into the barrier square for 2 turns, then you can kind of do like a dot damage over time. But really, we're kind of being really specific here on what skills are good. Um, I mean, you could do some pretty interesting skills with it, especially if you got 2 tanks, surrounded block. But all in all, though, not the greatest unit. Whoosh and Zap resistance. Third skill does give Reflect Barrier first 2 turns, and the gives Spear there. And first 3 turns increases the power and effect of physical skills, but it requires 5 Awakening. And just going to be honest here, no, do not go for 5 Awakening. I I mean, if you do like the ticket pulls and you pull 6 Emperor Godwyn, that's a godly pull. Har 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 har. But unfortunately, it's kind of a waste of all your luck. Its stats, its HP is okay at 1200. It's got good agility at 5. Its movement at 2 and weight of 50. The attack and defense are just low at 350 and 285. And its MP is 475, and that's with 5 awakenings. Upper 300s with just itself. It's enough to use its strong attack 3 or 4 times, but it needs just more MP to really be that long lasting. Its preferred weapon is the Lollipop, increases the physical power, and this unit just needs HP and defense. And honestly, at this point, just go for HP. Um, Not really much to say for the equipment, but Lollipop, Lollipop. Preferred and learned skills. Blunt is actually useful for Dark Emperor Godwyn, especially if you're doing the cheese with the evil trap and the counter with the evil trap. Blunt just allows Emperor Godwyn to stay alive longer, and Thunder Breath as well. Or something that could buff up units and you just want to keep Emperor Godwyn. Actually, the more I think about it, you want Emperor Godwyn to go out and challenge you in for arena defense. Once again, this is a unit that you're going to want to try and use on arena defense because you want it to die. You want it to die with a few other units around it so it can maximize its curse, which will really slow down units. Pros, cons. Very, very annoying unit to fight against in Arena and Guild War. And honestly, might be the scariest unit if used very correctly to fight against in Arena and Guild Wars. With that curse and the death there, it just really... It's an odd unit that you probably are going to want to kill last or near last. But it is a bit of a squishy unit. And from a Lollipop standpoint, yeah, it increases it, so it might not be what you're looking for. So you see. But once again, in Arena, you're going to want to use its thing to move up. And then if they kill the unit and you've got a lot of units around it early on, it will do its job by cursing a lot of the units, and that's what you're looking for. So once again, it's an arena defense unit, and it can reduce attack and wisdom, which is also nice. It can do some longer style damage, but it's not great for arena for attacking. Great for defense. So if you want to be, and when I put arena, I also put Guild Wars. Guild War defenses, yeah, put Emperor Godwyn in. Even EX0 is a little scary in that regards because of that curse death. It just won't do that much damage, and if it's not a threat, then it loses its overall scariness because it needs to do damage and enough damage to make people kill it early. Otherwise, they'll just ignore it till the end. So, I mean, in PvE, you can do some pretty interesting tricks, especially if you could surround the like a big boss that has HP. You could just kill it with its evil trap. The counter with evil trap is kind of interesting too, but will I pull? No. I'm gonna do tickets. I may do the pay pull, and I'm not even sure about that. All in all, this is probably going to be one of the weakest overall units that we will see from here on out. Now, when we get like 2-year and getting Emperor Godwyn on a ticket or, like free pulls or on the side, I won't be too upset. There are very good uses for Godwyn. He is just a defensive arena unit, and he is just way too niche to suggest to anyone other than big Guild War players who are willing to spend to get it. Otherwise, avoid. Purely avoid. And this hurts because we have. I don't know where my Healy is. We do have a Sootheslime as the selectable units. It does have a very interesting. More heal is not. Sorry. This should be swoosh, and this should be plain. But this is a okay buffing unit. It does do buff, and it does have more heal, and can heal 3 times with the first awakening as a reflex if within range, and a unit drops below 50 HP. So it does have a very nice first awakening with those healing 3 times. After that, though, the unit is fairly just one note. It's buff and heal. Swirl Shot is an okay whoosh damage. It just doesn't have the defense, though, so you really don't want to be next to a unit to use a Swirl Shot, but can be very useful in certain situations for like A-only arenas, but even then, there are some free-to-play options as well. The MP is pretty good at 348 for rank 5, but you can even get 250s easily enough to survive everything. Give it an attack skill. I don't think you need another buff skill for it. Give it something it can do from behind. And when I mean attack, sorry, I meant a spell skill. Could be attack too. Anything with range doesn't really matter. Just something other than whoosh. The whoosh and frisk should be switched here. All in all, though, and the leadership increased defense powers by 10%. It's okay. All in all, though, unfortunately, this banner's just not the greatest. But I do hope that everyone does enjoy the DQ9. Fallen Angel Corvus is by far the best unit out of here. Dark Emperor Godwyn is something that we can just go, no. I hope everyone is enjoying, though. Please like and subscribe. I haven't been asking for the subscriptions. I do notice that it's basically 70% non-subscribed, 30% subscribed. It does help me a great deal. You can also watch me on Twitch, Matt Grew here as well. So everyone, please enjoy. Good luck, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.